Hi, I'm Rosa. Welcome to Yoga for your period or your moon, or however you like to refer to these days during the month or months, whenever it arrives. So we're going to be focusing on a practice that's a bit more restorative and gentle while still creating some flow down into the hips, giving you time to restore and rebalance and hopefully feel a little bit more space and ease in your body. So we'll begin in butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together and just resting the hands however's comfortable. If you're not comfortable sat here, you can always have a pillow to sit up on, or you can always place your feet on the ground and lean slightly forwards. I'm just going to sit here and breathe for a moment. See if you can really drop down into your pelvic bowl. This area around the hips, lower back, base of the pelvis. This area where we release from our bodies. Like a river, constantly running, clearing itself out, keeping the water clear. And if you can feel the muscles in the pelvic floor, around the vagina, and just gently beginning to squeeze and engage. Gently engaging and releasing. Gentle pumping motion. If you can feel that, if that feels right for you, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And then let that go. And we're going to find gentle rocks from side to side. Feeling that smooth transition of weight. And then allow a gentle circling through the hips, through the chest. Circling in both directions, maybe feeling more of a spiraling movement. And then as you breathe in through the nose, we're going to lift the chin, lift the chest. As you breathe out through the mouth, drop the chin round through the shoulders. Breathing in, nose, out, mouth. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming to center, hands behind the back for support. I'm beginning to bring the legs wide, adjusting the hips, maybe sitting on a cushion again, pressing through the heels, toes draw back. I'm going to find a few long breaths here. And again, an invitation to gently rock or circle. And just leaning as far forward as feels comfortable, we're going to bring our hands, you can bend your knees to do this, bring the hands down towards the heels. And then palming, so using the heels of the hands just to gently press up inside the legs, all the way to the center. And we'll do that twice more. You can do it really strong, really getting into the muscles, or really gentle touch, being more with the energy. And even if you want to, just lightly slide your hands up, gathering back to the center from the earth. And as you gently sit back, we'll bring the feet forwards, and then gently lean back, lift the feet. We'll take a few breaths here, just gently, lightly strengthening the core. Then land one foot to the ground, rock the weight a bit forwards, press the other foot forwards. So we'll take a few circles through the ankles. So our heels, our feet grow from our pelvis when we're in the womb. So if you can feel that connection from the heel back to the hips, maybe even exploring that, gently pumping, drawing to center, extending out. And then changing sides. Again, taking a few circles through the other ankle, freeing up prana, energy around the joint. And then gently pumping that leg, getting the lymph and blood flow up through the leg into the pelvis. And then we're going to come into a squat, finding your own way to transition. And from your squat, creating your mudra, thumbs and index fingers touching, yoni mudra diamond shape, and bringing that to the earth. And you can have the heels lifted, knees a bit longer if you need to. And we're taking a few long breaths. Visualizing breathing up from the earth, breathing out back to the earth. And then as we breathe in, we're going to begin to turn the toes forward, slowly lengthen the legs. And draw the hands slowly up through the insides of the legs. As you breathe out, slide the hands down the backs of the legs. Breathing in, drawing up through the inner legs. Breathing out, drawing down to the earth through the backs of the legs. And just do that a few more times. Hands on the body or off the body as you feel. And coming back down to the ground, I'm going to come into a toe stretch. So toes on the earth, dropping the knees down, opening the chest. And see if you can get as much as you can, the toes contacting the ground. And take a few long breaths here, opening through the feet. And gently releasing. We're going to come to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll just focus on the hips here, taking gentle circling movements through the hips. both directions. And then allow that movement from the hips to follow through into the spine. And then extend the right leg back, press into the toes. Bring the left hand to the heart as you open. And begin to open that arm up to the sky. Press strong through the bottom hand, look up. And as you exhale, slowly release. Come back to all fours, circling through the hips. And then slowly beginning to stretch the left leg back, pressing into the toes. And grounding through the left hand. Reach the right arm up, look up. And bring that hand to meet the heart. And slowly bring the hand back to the ground, drop the knee. And we're going to come into melting heart pose. Keep the hips over the knees and just walk the hands forwards. Drop the head, possibly even come to the chin. And just take a few long breaths. Focus on opening through the side. Focus on softening the heart. Slowly walk the hands back in. I'll take a moment, just seated. Turning the palms up. Smooth breathing. And then find your way slowly to standing. And as you drop to standing, bring the hands to the hips, feet hip width, and we'll just take a few circles through the hips. In both directions. And then keep one hand over the womb, so under the pubic bone. One hand draws up to the heart. Connecting with blood in the body. Releasing from the womb. Circulating through the heart. And bringing the top hand up towards the front of the head. Connecting in with our brain, pituitary gland, sending all these signals to the hormones in our body. Feeling that central alignment. And slide the hand back over the head. And bring that hand around the lower back. Taking a moment to feel the front and the back of the pelvis, and we'll just gently play with that, tucking, flexing, extending. And then coming into center, rooting through your right foot, beginning to draw up the left foot into tree, so the foot on calf or on thigh, avoiding the knee, or up over the thigh into your half lotus. We'll spend a moment just connecting with the foot and the heel. And then option to begin to draw the left arm up to the sky. You can take your Jnana Mudra, thumb and index touching. Can help with balance and focus. And slowly release. And again, just taking a moment to circle the joints. So as we circle the joints, really good for bone health, joint health. Getting the synovial fluid to lubricate the joints. I'm rooting over into our left, drawing up the right foot either to calf, thigh, or over the thigh. Again, taking a moment to connect into the heel and toes. Feeling that sense of anchoring, ankle, anchor. And then reaching the left arm up to the sky, maybe in your Gyan Mudra, thumb and index touching. Smooth breathing. And gently releasing down. Just take a moment, palms facing forwards. Grounding through the heels. Anchoring through the ankles. And then slowly folding back down into your standing forward fold. And coming back down to the ground. We're going to keep our knees bent, but let one leg fall open to the side. Draw that foot in. The arm of the lifted leg will come inside. The arm of the lower leg will drop down. We'll just take a moment here and open this. You can even rest both hands on the lap. Maybe come to your Gyan Mudra. Smooth breathing. And if you want to, beginning to come into compass. Hand wraps around, reaching for that foot, beginning to draw it back. And then maybe reaching up over with the other arm. Or if you don't come all the way in, you can just stay with this gentle opening into the hip. So coming as far as feels right for you today. And gently release. And we'll change sides. So whichever knee was high, comes down, tucks in. The knee that was low, lifts up, steps forwards. Hands at rest in this gesture of openness. And arm by the top leg wraps under, comes to the ground. Opposite hand can begin to press into that foot and just gently draw it back opening through the hip. Or if you want to come into your compass, beginning to extend that leg out. Keeping the chest open, breath smooth. And gently release. And just take a moment here in the center, releasing through the shoulders and the chest. And slowly coming down to rest. We'll come into reclined butterfly, so heels of the feet touching, knees open wide. Relaxing the upper body on the ground. You can either have your arms out from the body, palms up, spaciousness, or hands resting on the body, nourishing. And gently drawing the knees into the chest, massaging the sacrum, feeling that link with the pelvis. Hands are on the back of the legs, and we'll just extend up, taking a few circles through the ankles. Gentle shake with the legs, supporting blood flow, relaxing the heart. Bring the feet down, knees bent, and as you breathe in, lift the hips, arms draw back. And as you exhale, release the hips down, arms drop down. We'll do that twice more. Breathing in to lift the pelvis, lift the arms. Breathing out, drop the hips, drop the hands. Once more. And then bring the feet slightly wider, let the knees drop in. And just allow yourself to rest here as long as you need. You can keep the legs like this, you can extend them if you want to. Just giving yourself time to be, to renew, to regenerate. Thank you for watching. Namaste.